In this video, we're going to talk a little bit about using memory techniques and memory pulses to remember a speech or a presentation. A lot of people come to me when they're either giving a speech for a special occasion, or maybe they do a lot of public speaking for their job. Now, if you're like me and you do a lot of speaking, memory pulses are fantastic because you can have a range of different things that you might speak about. And basically, once you have them set in the memory palace, then they become part of a library. So essentially, you get asked to do a certain speech or a certain lesson, and you just pull that mental memory palace out of your memory, and you can recite that very easily. If it's a talk that you're going to give one-off, you're not intending to do it again, you can actually use a memory palace that you normally use for memory training. So this might get a little bit complicated for some of you if you haven't actually dealt with memory palaces before, but we have short-term memory palaces we use actually for memory training to keep our brains sharp, to get better at the techniques. And then we have long-term memory palaces where we put information in there, we revise that information with spaced repetition, and we don't intend to ever forget that information. Well, often speeches fall somewhere in the middle. So it might be someone asks you to present on something next Friday. You don't intend to present it ever again. You can actually use one of your memory training palaces for that period of time. You won't train with it during that period of time. You essentially would place the information in the memory palace, and that's a little bit beyond the scope of this video. But then, you'd revise it and you'd go over it up until the date when you did that presentation. After you've done that presentation, you'd probably have to put that memory palace down for a little while until those memories that you've put in there disappear, which actually can take some time. But never fear. Along comes another month and you'd be able to use that palace again, either for memory training on a regular basis again, or for another speech or something like that. Personally, I tend to have a range of long-term memory palaces for a range of talks that I give. And then I have some palaces they're not quite for memory training. I use them if I get desperate in memory training, as in I've done so much memory training that I'm out of palaces. But they tend to sort of sit to the side, and I can easily pull them up when I need to go and quickly remember something to present. And that might be as casual as a meeting, that afternoon, or it might be as formal as giving a presentation at the end of the week. So I hope that clarifies some things around the questions I've been getting around when you reuse memory palaces and what's the difference between, training memory palaces and a memory palace for something like a speech or a presentation. I understand if you haven't been looking at memory palaces and memory techniques, it might seem like gobbledygook. If it does, then you just want to go back and look at some of the other videos that are down in the link below, or read some of my blogs about those techniques as well. So I hope you like this video. Please remember to give it a thumbs up if you did. And if you're not already a subscriber of my channel, please do so. And that way you'll know when my new videos come out.